All right, I'm going to create another solid model for chapter 7 tutorial 3. Okay, let me just enter here chapter 7 dash tutorial 3. Okay, we're in good shape, and let me just turn the display plane back on. This time we're going to create, you always just check to see how the design is, okay? Whether you wanted to pick a sketching plane to be frontal plane or top. In this case, I believe the top datum plane should be used as a sketching plane. So I'm going to go placement, define, and then top, and then right, okay? The reference and orientation is already selected, and we are good to go, okay? Sketch view. And as usual, we're going to remove all the display for clarity. We're going to put a center line in the axis, y-axis, and x-axis. Okay, let me turn off the model tree so that we have a nice area to work with. So first, I'm going to create a rectangle, which is symmetrical with respect to both x and y-axis. Okay, symmetrical. All right, so the total dimension is 300. Okay, so let me just do this, and the total dimension here is 300. Enter, and the height is 150. Perfect. That's a rectangle, 150. Excellent. So we have that, and I can create two circles. Okay, like one in here and then one in here with the same radii, because I want to create a slot. Okay, I want to create a slot, and the distance from the center, let me make it symmetrical first. Let me make this center to this center symmetrical with respect to y-axis. That is a very good feature to use, or constraint to use. Okay, so the distance from center to center is 250. So if I go from center to center as 250, is it 230, right? 230. Okay, all right, 230. I'm always seeing those numbers a little bit off. So 230, and then the radius for the slot is 15. Okay, radius is 15. So let me just do this and say radius of 15. Since we made it equal, so it's going to affect. Oh, it did not. No, I'm going to do this. Say equal this and these two are equal. Okay, r1 equals r1. So now I'm going to create a line tangent to this. Oops, I should just go back. Okay, all right, sorry. I'm going to go line tangent to this and then connect to this line. Okay, so and then next I'm going to do another line in here. Okay, all right, so let me sketch view. Okay, we're going to trim this piece here, this piece there, so we have, and then this here. Okay, let's see if I can trim that, trim this one. Let's see what we have. Let me go back and dimension this radius. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on this side, and similarly down here. All right, okay, so now next we're going to trim this piece, this line, and everything is good to go. So we got the two slot cut out for on this plate. Okay, but just watch for the dimension. Okay, make sure that your dimension is all clear, and then we have the total dimension of 150. Okay, 150. Let me just put this back on. Okay, the 150. All right, so 150, or why it says one more time. We go from this corner to this corner, should be 150, and then the 60 we want to get rid of. Okay, now everything is ready to go. Okay, that's it. And the thickness is it should be 32. Okay, so we're gonna just have a extrude 32. Perfect. Okay, 32. And I'm done with this piece. Now we're going to create a cylinder, okay, in 2 steps, okay, 2 steps. So I'm going to go extrude, placement, define on this surface, click on that surface, view, and then I have a center line that goes on here and there. So I'm going to create a cylinder and the intersection of 2 axes, and that should be the diameter of this should be 150. Okay, the diameter should be 150. Okay, oops. Okay, 150 diameter. Oops, that's too much. Yeah, it's about right. Yeah, it's about right. Yeah, I thought maybe that was wrong, but it's correct. So this diameter is 150. Then we're going to back to sketch. We're going to extrude that. Okay, we're going to extrude that. That the height is going to be 90 minus 32. So we go 90 minus 32. Okay, so 58. Okay, so that's 58, because from the base to the top is 90. 90 minus 32 is 58. So we have checked. Okay, next we're going to create again on this surface, we're going to create a hole that goes all the way through. So we're going to put a hole on this in this surface here, and that is the diameter is 70. Okay, the diameter is 70. Enter, and then we can just I think that's all the way through. Okay, that hole goes all the way through, and then check. Okay, beautiful. So far so good. I'm going to create maybe one hole again on this side. Okay, one hole on this side, placement, define, and this face here, and we have a let's see, it's a 25 by 25. Okay, so let me just do this. No hidden. I'm going to put the reference in here and here, and then we can place one circle at an arbitrary location, because we're going to give a measurement. And do not worry, okay, so we're going to give a measurement, and that measurement is going to be 25 by 25. Okay, 25 by 25, almost there. Okay, I was eyeballing this. The diameter of the hole is 20. Okay, excellent. Okay, 20. So you establish the location of the hole, and then we're going to extrude that through the materials. Okay, we say check, and then reverse the arrow, so it goes through the materials, and then we say okay, let's pattern this. Okay, the distance from there to there is 100, and then 230, right? And 250. Okay, 250 horizontally, 100 vertically. So we're going to pattern, and then if I click on that one and give a measurement of 100, and we go enter, so we have that circle. And then if I go pattern again and give this dimension to be 250. Okay, 250, enter, and you can see that on both sides we have created the holes on both sides of this cylinder. Now the good one will be in the middle. Okay, this is here. I'm going to create, see that, extrude, placement, define on this surface, and then we say sketch view. So watch very carefully. Okay, just pay attention to this. We go to no hidden. So first I'm going to create a reference circle center. Okay, I'm going to create a reference circle center, and that should be it has a diameter of 106. Okay, it has a diameter of 106, almost. Okay, I got that, 106. But this is the key. All right, you highlight this one, you highlight that, and you go right click and make it construction line. Okay, make it as a construction. See that, the dashed line. Then in that reference circle, you're going to place at the intersection, you're going to place one hole. Okay, one hole, and that hole has a diameter of 15. There's 8 of them, but we're going to just do one. So this is a diameter of 15, and that is all the way through. Yes, I think from the drawing I can tell that the hole is all the way through. Okay, all right, so from the drawing, so we place that hole on that ring. Okay, there's a ring, I call it the reference circle center. So by doing that, it's gonna, we know we're gonna ensure that that hole is placed at the right location, so that people in assembly, when they assemble other pieces, they don't have to worry about. Okay, so I'm not gonna give any number, I'm gonna say through. Okay, it's gonna go through all the way, it's gonna poke the hole all the way through the material. So this is this one. Now the next one that most people ask me, how do you do the pattern, the circular pattern? We did the linear pattern. Now we wanted to do circular pattern. Okay, circular pattern. When this hole is highlighted, I'm going to go to pattern, and now I'm going to go to this here, dimension. Under dimension, we're going to activate the axis. Okay, axis. But let me turn the axis on. Remember, do not forget to go back and turn the axis on. Now I'm going to click on this axis. As soon as I click on the axis, it's going to ask me how many holes do you want to place there. We say 8. So 8, and 8 times, because that in a ring is 360 degrees, divided by this is divided by 8 is going to give us 45. So 8 times 45 degrees is going to give us the equal spacing for these holes. So as soon as I click check, see that all the holes are placed on this cylinder called shape. Okay, see that? It's all nicely done. And I think I'm done with this one. I think this is the end of this assignment or solid model. So let me see if I can render it a little bit, and then we're done. Okay, so sometimes it's nice to put a color in here, and then I can just say okay, and then put another color on the space here, and then I'm going to put a red on the front face. So this is a front, and then the right face is going to be green maybe. So if I wanted to look at the different views, I'm going to say front views, that's a front view. If I want to look at the top view, that's a top view. Okay, make sure you this is a good habit to make sure that your orientation of solid models is accurate, is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, so that's that. And this is an isometric solid model, and that's the end of this assignment.